We're live! Hi guys! May mga nanonood na ba? Ayan na, may mga nanonood na! You have 29 viewers! And counting! Bilis ah! Biglang naging 40. Hi guys! Hey, I'm seeing people na in the comment section. Let's shout out a bit. Hi Andrea! Hi Anne! Yan, dumadami-dami na. Ito lagi ito nanonood. Hi, Chriselle! Jessa! Ayan na, dumadami na sila. Hi, guys! Okay, so today, for those, since then, dumadami ng ating viewers. Kamusta guys? As you guys all know, we always have giveaways in the live podcast and live makeup sesh. So, lahat ng lives ko meron yung pag-giveaway. And for today, I also do have that. So, just make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media platforms, which is stickered down below and also linked down below. So, if you haven't done that, please do check out all our pages. At the end of the show, we're going to give out prizes to you guys. So, for today, ayan, since dumadami na tayo, before I actually start, let me introduce myself. For those who are new to the channel, I am Nix Soriano, and I am the head makeup artist for Miss Universe Philippines 2020. Ayan, para lang kakandidado, no? 2020. We have a Malaysian, someone from Malaysia is watching. Hi! Sige, I'll try to do this in English as much as I can. This is so cool. Ayan, I have another one. Hi! Hi, Patricia! Yeah. So, guys, before anything else, again, in all our lives, you do know that I do give out prizes. So, for this live podcast, this live is actually going to be sort of we're not going to discuss anything, but I'm going to show you guys how I normally do my everyday makeup. So how I normally do my everyday, kung ano yung nasa pouch ko. So I'll be discussing kung ano laman nito, yung nasa bag ko. I'll also talk about those. So from my everyday makeup kit, kung ano yung tatlong laman dito na lagi kong dinadala. So that's my cheek and lip stick to, my cheek lipstick, my brow tint, and my mascara. So I'm giving away 3 brand new products later at the end of the show. So you guys have to watch the entire podcast. So dun manggagaling yung mga question namin for later. Ayan, I'm seeing a lot of people who are watching already. Ayan, watching from Tarlac. Hi, sweet. Sweet line. Ayan, dumadami na tayo. Meron pa ba? Hi, guys. So, for today, I also have a guest, by the way. Hi, Miss. Well, she has always been a very supportive, hindi lang naman sponsor but she's been supporting our workshops before the pandemic started. She always supports our events. So she's none other than the executive senior sales director of Mary Kay Philippines, Miss April Love Rivera. Hi, Miss April! Naka-mute ka po.
Hello, Nix!
Hi!
Ayan.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited.
Baka mamaya kasi maging boring to kung puro mukha ko lang yung makita nila. So, she will be sharing with you guys how she does her makeup as well. So, sabay namin gagawin yung makeup namin. I'm gonna share with you my tips and also her tips as well. So this podcast, I'm gonna use most of the products that she has shared with me as well. But I'm gonna share with you guys also the other brands that I also use in my kit. So, ayan, share ko yan sa inyo guys. Don't worry. Let's all be happy. Okay, I also would like to thank, by the way, some of our sponsors before we actually start this. So thank you so much, Void Coffee. Ayan. So, syempre, also Miss April. Kung hindi dahil sa kanya, hindi mangyayari to. Later, at the end of the show, I'm also giving out their coffee. So, mamaya, pagbigyan natin kayo para, syempre, hindi lang ako yung nakakatikim ng void. Kayo rin, guys. Ayan, dumadami na mga comments. Excited na silang lahat. So, let's start. By the way, so whenever I do my makeup, guys, you guys can comment anytime if you have questions. So feel free to ask me anything makeup related. So this podcast again I want this to be more interactive. I'll share with you my tips. I'll share with you things that I actually use. By the way, I was told, hindi ko alam kung totoo to. Mas sync daw pag galing sa YouTube. Tama ba, Miss April? Hindi ko alam eh. Maraming nagko-comment lang sa akin na mas in sync daw talaga kapag sa YouTube. Okay, so if you guys feel that medyo lag dito sa Facebook.
May konting delay sa Facebook.
May delay pag sa Facebook. So if you guys feel that medyo lag dito sa Facebook Live, you can head on to our on our YouTube account. We are doing this simultaneously. So we have one question here from Weiwei. So, any makeup tips for acne-prone skin? Sige. Since doon naman tayo magsisimula, how I do start my makeup, how do we take care of our skin? Guys, pauulit-ulitin ko do, if you have been my students, I will always tell you that makeup doesn't start with makeup alone. Okay? Makeup should always start with skincare. Kasi, if your skin wasn't taken care of, if hindi mo inalagaan yung balat mo, promise sasabla yung makeup. Okay? So my 3 pre-makeup skincare routine is I cleanse, I tone, I moisturize, which I already did. So nag-cleanse, nag-tone, nag-moisturize na ako. Para mamaya tuloy-tuloy na tayo. But your question kasi, Weiwei, is, tama ba yung pagkakabigas ko, Weiwei? Baka mamaya mali. Sorry So anyway, tips for acne-prone skin. Number 1, when I clean my face. So of course, never ever sleep on your makeup. When I clean my face kasi, I usually clean with warm water. Okay? I would start with warm water para mag-open up yung pores ko. So when your pores are open, I would usually use a washcloth. Napapansin nyo, kapag nag-wash kayo ng face nyo, tapos kamay lang yung gamit nyo, tapos nag-toner kayo after you clean your or wash your face, may makeup pa rin dun sa bulak. So, kaya mas prefer ko na when I'm washing my face sa CR, I use washcloth. Tapos medyo warm yun. Para nag-open yung pores ko talaga. Tapos pag nilinis ko siya ng mabuti, pagdating ko ng toner, halos konting-konti na lang yung naiiwang residue. Moreover, talaga nalilinis yung hanggang sa may mismong mga pores natin. Nababawasan yung chances na magkaroon kayo ng breakouts afterwards. So that's how I wash my face. Right after I wash with warm water, ayan na, ito na yung mga may ingay. Sorry, kinat ko lang. Talagang gusto ko ito mag-say no, hi. Ayan, si Angeline. She's actually part of my team. Hi, Ma'am Shi. Okay, so going back, after I wash my skin with warm water and of course my preferred cleanser, I would usually wash with cold water. Okay? Minsan mga nag-ice ako. That way, mag-shock back yung aking pores. Why is that part quite important? Guys, kasi ako sa Metro Manila ko. And believe it or not, kahit sa sariling bahay ko, medyo maalikabok, medyo may konti tayong pollution. That's Metro Manila, guys. Kung nasa mga provinces kayo, you're so swerte. But here in the Metro, even inside our house, may konting pollution, may konting dust problems. So, when you go out of the CR, tapos open yung pores nyo, guys, kasi papasok ulit yung dumi. That's why before I go out of the restroom, i-shock back ko siya. If you don't have cold water inside your restroom, kahit yung tap water lang, kasi kung galing ka ng warm, bigla ka nag-tap water, mararamdaman mo medyo mas malamig siya, magko-close back siya. So again, mababawasan yung chances na magkaroon kayo ng breakout. Now, this is if we are medyo normal naman yung skin natin. Those are just preventive ways. If you feel na you've been doing skincare properly, the questions that the tips that I've been giving, pero napansin mo hindi pa rin okay, yung marami ka pa rin skincare problems, marami ka pa rin acnes, ang lagi ko suggestion is you guys have to go to a dermatologist. Kami, as a makeup artist, as a representative of Mary Kay, Miss April, we can't give like precise medications for you guys. We can give you tips, but at the end of the day, we are not the skin experts. Ang skin experts pa rin yung mga doktor pa rin. Kasi minsan, hindi na yan problem, hindi lang dahil madumi eh. Okay? Hindi dahil madumi ka sa skincare routine mo or hindi ka gumagawa ng skincare routine mo, pwedeng may underlying problem. What do I mean by underlying problem? There are a lot of people who has PCOS. If you've experienced that, or do I have who are watching na may PCOS, you guys know na hindi talaga, na-try niya lahat ng skincare products pero may problema pa din kayo. Okay, guys, pag gano'n na talaga, you have to consult a derma. Ayan! So that is skincare. So as I mentioned, I did already my cleanse, tone, and moisturize. Yes, guys, you can give your questions anytime. I'll try to answer everything in the comment section if I can. So after I do my skincare, guys, sorry medyo may breakout ako ngayon. Saka yung mukha ko kapag walang makeup. Surot! So ito na po yung bare face ko. So medyo maputla ako. Surot! Ayan. Ikaw, Miss April, how do you usually start your makeup? Miss April? I think hindi niya ata tayo narinig. Anyway, so when I'm done with my skincare, I would go on with my, by the way, I would go on with my primers. So primers that I usually use is, kapag sa pouch ko, I have this one. This is a small one, MAC Prep and Prime. If I don't have this, an alternative that I use is, this one is a finishing spray from Mary Kay. Kapag wala akong primer na bit-bit, I think nawala kasi Miss April, pero let's keep on the chika. So when I don't have a primer with me, what I use is actually a finishing spray. Now this is if wala akong bit-bit na primer. So this is what I usually have in my kit. This is MAC Prep and Prime. But what I'm going to use today, I'm thankful that Miss April will let me try on their new Honey Glow Finisher. Kasi medyo natural looking gusto kong gawin for this live. Nawala si Miss April talaga. Balikan na siya mamaya pag bumalik siya sa podcast. Ayan, do you guys have questions? So let's talk about primers na. Who has a question regarding primers? I hope you guys are enjoying. Di ba ako masyadong madaldal? Carry pa ba? Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to try is this one. So this is the first time, I'll be honest. So ayan. Miss April, nawala ka, kamusta?
Ayan, so challenge talaga yung internet. Kasi kakalipat lang namin. So by Monday, ayun, may wifi na kami. Ayun. Thank you. Nakabalik ulit.
Okay lang. I was actually going to ask you, Sana, how do you usually start your makeup before you do the actual routine?
Ayun, actually ako din, Nix, no, gusto ko yung mabilisan na makeup. Ayoko nang umabot ng 1 hour, 2 hours, ganon. So, I really take care of my skin. Kasi tama ka talaga, good makeup, no, comes with great skincare. So, kahit sobrang antok na sa gabi, dapat no makeup on, ganon. So, since college ako, gumagamit ako ng skincare. So, this time nga, yung Mary Kay. So, yun nga, cleanser, toner, and moisturizer yon. Tapos during the day, dapat gagamit talaga tayo ng may SPF kasi 'di ba, kahit gano'n natin kaalaga sa skin natin kung wala naman tayong protection against the sun, and even nga Nix nasa loob lang ng bahay, yung fluorescent light, 'di ba? Nakakasira pa din siya ng skin. That's why minimake sure ko na yung SPF na product na ginagamit ko, na siya, yung PA++. So yun po talaga yung skincare ko. Para kahit nagmamadali, 15 minutes lang, pwede mag-makeup para walang masyadong tatabunan or i-conceal.
Okay. I have questions in the comment section about primers daw. So, the primers that I usually use depende yan kasi guys sa skin. So, may mga primers na nakaka-mattify. So, there are mattifying primers. When the product doesn't have a description if it's moisturizing or mattifying, ibig sabihin neutral siya. Let's say for example, this one from MAC, it doesn't say na it's mattifying nor moisturizing, meaning this is neutral. But they do have an option of a mattifying primer. In terms of yung mga nakakinis, if you notice, may mga parang primers na parang nakaka-filter effect. Okay? Those are called pore-filling primers. When it's a pore-filling primer, it means kapag ginamit mo po siya prior the makeup, medyo nakaka-reduce siya ng texture ng skin. But guys, remember the word that I used textured. Ibig sabihin, reduce lang siya, nakaka-reduce siya ng texture. Hindi siya parang magic na kapag nilagay mo, walang-wala ka ng pores, walang-wala ka ng bumps. Okay? Makeup can only give the illusion. Okay, so I'm just putting it out there kasi minsan yung iba ata akala automatic magic kapag makeup, parang ang kapal na nilalagay nila tapos they're expecting na halos sobrang pantay na siya. It's not like that, alright? So, another, I have a disclaimer by the way. There are pore-filling primers that are silicone-based. Now, the silicone-based primers, or yung talaga actually in general, pore-filling primers, yung itsura niya, visually speaking, talagang maganda yung effect niya. But a disclaimer that I want to give out is it's very prone to breakouts. Okay? Bakit? From the word itself, it's pore filling. Ibig sabihin, sumisiksik po siya dun sa pores. If the primer goes inside your pores, if you don't take care of, or if you don't do proper skincare after your makeup, chances are magbi-breakout ka talaga. So, babalik tayo sa basic, which is skincare routine. So, when you do when you use pore-filling primers, make sure to follow the suggestion that I used earlier for you to use warm water when washing your face para talaga mag-open siya. So, kung may sumiksik man dun sa inyong mga pores, medyo mag-open up siya, malilinis siya ng bonggang-bongga. So, as I mentioned, I'll be trying this one. This is my first time to use this. So, para malaman yung first time, talagang nakasil pa po siya. So, first time ko. So, I'm gonna give my first impression on this Honey Glow Finisher with SPF 35. Disclaimer also, alam naman niya ni Miss April, hindi porket they shared with me certain products, I will give you all the, parang, hindi maganda to. Kasi hindi to benta show. This is my podcasts are here to enlighten you guys, to give information. So I'm not here to make benta. So I want to give a disclaimer. Anything with high SPF, this is good for every day, for taking care of your skin. However, professionally speaking, if we're going to use this, let's say, I was booked for a photo shoot or for a wedding, I wouldn't suggest anything that has high SPF. Why? What does high SPF do on photo shoots? Anything with flash photography, if you use any product with high SPF, chances are magmumukha kayong multo sa picture. Okay, why? What does SPF do? Kapag naglagay ka kasi ng SPF, na-experience niyo ba pa nagsaswimming kayo? Tapos bilang sinabi ng nanay niyo na, uy, picture tayo. Pag tamasan niyo ng camera, ng ilaw, kapag meron kang sunscreen or sunblock, magbabounce back yung ilaw sa mukha nyo, ang rehistro sa camera, ang puti-puti nyo. Okay? I am not saying that products with SPF are bad. In a retrospect, actually, kapag pang everyday, I actually encourage that you use products with SPF. I'm just giving a disclaimer if you are going to use it on big events. May photo shoot, may video shoot, may malaking event. Siyempre, pag may event, may mga photographers. So anything with flash photography, avoid using SPF. So let's try this out. This is from Mary Kay, their Honey Glow Finisher. Ms. April, please do let me know, tell me more about this product.
Okay, yung Honey Glow kasi para siyang in between na daw sa skincare and makeup. Okay, so we will use it para siyang automatic siya nagta-touch up sa skin mo. So kahit i-try mo lang Nix muna sa right side ng face mo, makikita mo yung instant glow up niya. So it's made in Korea. Okay, so siya, specifically for the Philippines and Korean market. So wala siya sa US kasi alam ni Mary Kay na mga Pinay, they want na yung mas pumuti or mas hindi naman puti, mas mag-glow up yung skin nila. Ganon. So if you are using Nix, na-mention mo kanina about dun sa mattifying na primer, So in your case, yan, yung meron siyang dewy look, tama ba? This time naman, yung sa akin, the primer is the mattifying one. Ito yung foundation primer ni Mary Kay na may SPF 15. So mas maliit po yung ano niya, SPF. So pwede na ba to pag photoshoot mix? Mas better ba to?
Actually, the safest SPF level, guys, assuming lang talaga your clients prefer, if there are makeup artists who are watching me right now, the medyo safe level of SPF is SPF 15. Kaya mapapansin niyo ibang mga big brands like, let's say, for example, yung foundation ni Estee, may SPF siya, pero SPF 15 lang, or I think 10 lang ata yon. Kasi above 15, chances are malaki na yung flashback nun. So if you guys if you guys notice, when I put on my primers, as in dot lang talaga, konti lang talaga yung nilalagay ko. Ayan. And then, when I put any product on my face, I try to put it upwards. Kasi medyo lumalabas ng age. Okay. In fairness, totoo yung sinabi ni April, medyo nakaka-glow siya. Nag-glow ba ng konti mukha ko? O lumalabas na yung aking mga chismis? Kasi ang dami kong breakout ngayon dahil magkakaroon ako. Yun yung sinasabi ko, guys. Kahit gano'n kayo kalinis sa mukha nyo, when the skin problem is hormonal, you can't do anything about it. So in my case, it's normal for me to have pimples. Okay, when magkakaroon ako. So, ayan. Lumalabas ang mga chismis. Lumalabas ang aking chismis. Wait, I forgot to mention, hindi ko pa ito na chika sa inyo. Another skincare routine that I have, aside from cleansing, toning, and moisturizing, is this one. I do this on my clients as well pala. I scrub their lips. Kasi I use what call this, a sugar scrub. If you guys have any scrubs, that's okay. Any lip scrub. Kasi even if you put balm on it, minsan gano'ng karami yung balm, kapag talagang sobrang dry nung lips nyo, pangit kasi yung kapit ng lipstick. So that's why I always start with my sugar scrub and then ibababad ko siya ng balm. So that's what I did earlier. So nakababad ngayon ng balm yung lips ko kasi madaling mag-dry talaga yung lips ko. Ayun, anything else, Miss April?
Ayun, so i-add ko lang sa mga nanonood, what if daw mag-photoshoot sila tapos mainit. So it's okay to use SPF 15. Ano ba yung numbering sa SPF? Yung ibig sabihin nun, it just means the number of hours na protected ka. So kung SPF 15 yung gamit mo, after 2 hours, mag-reapply ka na lang. Ganon. So every 2 hours. So whatever SPF you have, it's okay. So yun nga, pag flash photography, mas maganda daw po na mas maliit. Ayun. Tapos yung lips pa na minention ni Nix, no? Sobrang ganda nun. Even yung mga bata or yung mga naninigarilyo, Nix, di ba? Nangingitim yung lips nila. So pwede nilang gamitin yun. So dalawa yun. May lip scrub para tanggalin yung dry lips and then lip balm para ibalik yung moisture. Kasi kung nagsa-scrub tayo na walang lip balm, ayun, mas nagda-dry din. So dapat partner talaga sila.
Partner sa talaga. Should be the scrub and the moisturizer. So, guys, I'm gonna share with you guys the foundation and the concealer that I usually use. So, sa foundation, when I'm on a rush, let's say, I'm gonna do my makeup sa car, ito yung lagi kong bitbit. This one is from Krylan. This is one of my favorite. Also, this is what I use kapag I need, like, medyo mas makeup, yung heavy talaga siya na pang photoshoot ready. So, this is what I use. Again, this is from Krylan. Kasi medyo, I like na on the go ako sa kotse. So, I like sticks. Another one that I like is this one. This is from Mary Kay. Again, I think most of my products from Mary Kay, I use them when I'm very careful with my skin. Lalo na pag alam kong magkakaroon ako. Because most of their products are actually inclined more to skincare. So, makeups that are taking care of your skin at the same time. So, unlike other brands, I love using other brands. You guys know very well that when I teach makeup during my classes, I don't give you like one brand alone because I haven't had like a one brand that ito na lang gamit ko from start to end. Now, for Mary Kay, what I notice is I like to use them whenever I feel that my face is quite sensitive at the moment. But in terms of like, when I'm doing my high fashion, pang pictorial, pang ano, ito yung gamit ko, the one from Krylan. So, I'm gonna show you guys how I put on my foundation. So, this is again, if this is, ang ginagawa po naming makeup look is for everyday. So, yung medyo, hindi naman pak na pak. So, I'm gonna use this one from Mary. It's their Time-Wise liquid foundation. Anong difference ng liquid foundation sa cream foundation? As I mentioned earlier, stick foundations, I like this because it's on the go. Liquid foundations, on the other hand, for those who are new, for those na hindi sanay mag-makeup, this is easier to blend. So, in terms of how easy it is to use, definitely, liquid foundations are easier to use than your cream foundations. Mas madali siyang i-blend. So, I'm gonna use this on my face. By the way, I like touching up my concealer first before I put on my foundation. It's up to you kung anong prefer nyo. Disclaimer lang, sino na yung nanonood dito na who has different shades of concealers? What do you use? Lighter shade or darker shades? Okay? Or sorry, lighter shades or same shade? Okay? If halimbawa you only have a budget for one, I would usually suggest you go with the same shade. Or at least same shade dun sa foundation nyo. Why? Kapag gumamit kasi kayo ng lighter shade na concealer, tapos ginamit mo siya sa mga pimples nyo, what does lighter shades do, my loves? It highlights a certain area. So meaning, if I put on a lighter concealer on my pimple, what will it do? Lalo lang niya iaangat. Kasi nga pang highlight yung lighter shades. If that makes sense. So ideally, ang ginagamit nyo pang cover up would be the same shade. Same shade as your foundation. Kasi ulitin ko, if you use a lighter shade, you're highlighting that certain part. Kaya nga kayo naglalagay ng lighter shade under the eye, sa ilong nyo, kasi inaangat nyo siya. Inililitaw nyo siya lalo. I hope that makes sense. Ayan. May nagtanong, SPF stands for Sun Protection Factor. Okay. Okay, from Christina, thank you for sharing that. So SPF stands for Sun Protection Factor, meaning yung level down ng protection from the sun. That I wasn't aware. Thank you for sharing that. Hindi kasi ako, that I don't know. Thank you for sharing. So she mentioned that it's not technically an indication of how long it takes to go under the sun, but how protected you are with the sun. May pagkakaintindi ko. So anyway, thank you for sharing that. So let's put on our concealer. I'm gonna put on my concealer dun sa aking mga chismis. So I only use the product, the stick itself, when I'm doing it on myself. But on clients, dahil na ngayon COVID, never ever use this directly on your clients. That's no-no. Ayan. Okay. Tapos, I'll put a bit sa aking under eye. Guys, notice how konti lang yung nilalagay ko. Hindi ako grabe mag-swipe ng mga foundation, ng mga concealer. Kasi kapag kinapalan nyo na sa under eye, ang problema nyo dyan, mag-crease yan. So, for those who are asking, I think there was one question above about paano daw maiiwasan na magkaroon ng creasing sa foundation. Put the ample amount. That's number one. Please, 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 please. Put the ample amount of foundation and concealer. If you use too much concealer and too much foundation, minsan kasi ang hilig magkapal ng feeling akala na mas makapal yung mas grabe. Okay? So, ayan. Yung tama lang. Ayan, kita nyo, nawala kagad yung, kasi dark yung under eye ko eh. So I placed 2 spots. If you noticed, I placed 2 spots, but that was enough to cover my under eye. Can you see how dark my under eye here? Kasi hindi ko pa nabiblend. So the 2 dots, or 2 to 3 dots, was enough to cover my under eye. So you don't have to put too much product because chances are mag-decrease lang yun. Ayan. Guys, I do answer from the comment section. So if you have questions, feel free to chat it at the comment section. So I have someone telling me, Use spatula and palette. Always and forever. True! Again, never use your brush directly to the client. Never use yung mga sticks ng lipstick, ng mga concealer nyo. Gumamit kayo ng spatula at ng brush nyo. Alright? So, again, this is my routine when I'm on the rush. When I'm on the rush, dinediretso ko na yung product dun sa aking sponge. So this is my personal. So if you guys have your own preference, let's say you like using brushes first, that's completely up to you. I'm sharing with you how I normally do my makeup when I'm on the rush. Kasi syempre makamaya tulog na kayo, hindi pa ako tapos. Ang goal natin patapos tayo agad, makita nyo naman kahit paano ang aking routine. Ayan. Daldal ko kasi. Wait, I wanna share this. Kasi totoong-totoo siya, my God, nakakaloka. Instagram or TikTok makeup application is very different from actual makeup application. Okay, so if you've seen like YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagram videos that they swipe colors ng sabay-sabay, may color green pa kagad, may color orange ang bongga-bongga, tapos i-blend nila ng sabay-sabay. Oh my God. Yun na lang nasabi ko. Oh my God. I don't have anything against them. Actually, I do watch them because for entertainment purposes. But all I'm saying is, guys, please do understand why they're doing it. Or whenever you watch videos, whenever you watch YouTube videos, always try to understand why they're doing it so that you get to decide for yourself if it's applicable to you. Because like, for example, what I'm doing right now on myself, what Miss April is doing on herself, it doesn't follow that it would be a good routine for you as well. What works for me might not work well with you. So when I'm done with putting on my foundation, I'm gonna share with you guys, by the way. So this is what I usually carry. As I mentioned, kung ano lang yung kakasya sa pouch ko, yun lang yung bibit-bitin ko. So if I put a lot of things on my pouch, hindi na siya kasya. So what I usually do is I prefer yung mga, what do you call this, mga magnetic. So, brands that are good with magnetic are yung, halimbawa, si Inglot, yung kanilang lip eyeshadow, tsaka lip palette. That's what I usually use. Kasi taas layo eh. So, I'm just gonna share with you. Ayan. So, this is what I do. I have a magnetic palette. This one is from Alena. Thank you so much, Alena. So, they have a magnetic palette. Andyan na yung aking a few of the eyeshadows that I like. I also have a blush, a highlighter, a contour, and a pressed powder. So at least, pag nagmamadali ako, hindi yung isa-isa yung binubuksan ko. Okay? But later on, I'll share with you some of the other products that I use just in case I want to bring a certain product. So when I'm done with my foundation, I'm gonna share with you what I like. Okay? Guys, kita nyo medyo dugyot na siya kasi talagang ginagamit ko to. So this one is, ang tawag dito, Miss April,
lip and cheek tint.
Lip and cheek, it's not a tint per se eh. Para siyang stick. Kasi basa siya, no? Lip and cheek stick.
Parang cream.
No, cream. It's a cream blush.
Cream blush.
You can use your fingers on yourself, just in case you're gonna use it on a client. Never ever again use your fingers. So on myself, I'm gonna use it, kasi nga, pag madalian, I like this one. I also like cream, mga cream products. One of my favorite, I'm gonna share with you guys, aside from this one, kasi kita nyo naman gamit ko talaga siya, is this one from Glossier. Okay, I also like this one. Another brand that I like, kaso naubos ko na, kaya wala na dito, is, yung ano yun? Skin Potion. Okay, that's what, another brand that I like pala. Kasi I noticed that their colors are bagay talaga sa mga Filipina. So at least, local brand din. So I like using creams when if it's my natural look. Kasi feeling ko kapag creams kasi tas nagpa-powder ako, mas nagmumukha ako namumula lang from within. Parang namumula lang ako. Sarap. So
anong shade na yan, Nix, yung meron ka?
I like it, the peach pop.
Yeah, pareho tayo.
Pag like yung pagkakalagay ko, medyo nagmumukha lang siya natural sa akin. So disclaimer on this product, a little product goes a long way. So, ingat kayo kasi baka Pag nasobrahan kayo, grabe siya. So I like dabbing a bit muna, and then I blend it. Guys, anong difference na? Ba't mas prefer ko yung mga ganito, yung mga stick or cream types? Kasi kapag tint, ang napapansin ko, kapag nagkamali ako, para ako may kagat ng lamok. Para siyang, ano lang, ang hirap niya nang i-blend. That's why I prefer the cream types. So this is what I do when I want it to look natural. But also, when I like a natural look kasi, I prefer giving my cheeks andun yung aking focal point. I don't put too much eyeshadow. Hindi na siya mukha natural. So, kailangan may focal point pa rin, even if it's a natural look. So, for natural looks, I like putting a bit more color on my cheeks.
Yung peach pop Nix, bagay siya sa morena. So, pag mapuputi, meron din yung pink and out loud. So, ang gusto ko din sa dito is siya, para siyang may moisturizer. So, hindi siya delikado sa skin. And soft lang din po siya sa lips pag in-apply.
Ayan. So, ito yung meron na. Ito yung wala pa. Ito yung may kulay na ako. Ito yung wala pa akong kulay. So,
parang kinilig ka lang talaga.
Nakita ko lang yung asawa ko. Yee! Sarap. So, as I mentioned, this is buildable. So, kung gusto mong mas kulang pa, didagdagan mo lang. Sampalin mo lang yung sarili mo pa ng konti. Ayan. Yung natira sa aking fingers, I like to dab a little lang. Just a little, not too much. A little on top of my nose. Parang medyo drunk-ish look for my everyday. Pero not too much. Meron yung talagang drunk brush na eh. It's up to you if yun yung peg nyo. Personally, I don't think it looks flattering on me if it's too much kasi. Ayan. Okay. So yeah, may blush na ako. So when I'm done with that, I like to tap a bit lang on my beauty blender or my beauty sponge just to even it out. Hala, brown out! Brown out na.
I think, wait lang.
Okay. So that's how I do my blush. Disclaimer, you can only use this before you set. So kung nakapaglagay na kayo ng powder, setting powder na kayo or yung mga press powder nyo, do not put your yung mga gantong blush kasi magbubuo-buo lang siya. So after I put on my blush, that's the next step that I would do is for me to put on my setting powder or my press powder. So as I mentioned, andito na lahat na sa aking magnetic palette. Andito na yung aking powder, andito na yung aking blush, highlighter, contour, and some eyeshadow shades. Brands that has, I saw one comment, they were asking if, saan daw nakakabili ng yung mga ganito, yung mga natatanggal. You guys can buy, brands that has this would be Inglot, Mary Kay, actually, ito kay Mary Kay din to. Okay, this is kay Inglot, papakita ko sa inyo. Kaya ko ba siyang abutin? Ay! Nawala aking ilaw. Hindi ako brown out. Tatanggal ko lang. Malikot ko kasi. Ayan. Sige na, hindi na ako tatayo. Okay, so when I'm done with that, I'm just gonna reblend this a bit.
Nix! Ano ba yan? Bababa mo na si Jojo, no? Hindi po kami naputulan kasi kakalipat lang namin ng kondo. Pero share ko lang din yung palette ni Mary Kay. Din siya magnetic, so maganda. Kung ano yung gusto mong dalhin for that day, yun lang yung ilalagay mo. So, yes to magnetic palettes. Thank you, Nix.
Christina is asking, ano po yung setting powder nyo? Setting powders that I like the one from Laura Mercier, Ben Nye. Yan yung mga favorite kong loose setting powder. Pero kapag on the go, yung mga sa ganito, what I'm using right now is the one from Mary Kay. Another one that I like, alam mo, surprisingly, maganda yung press powder ni FS. It's a local brand. Ano yun? Fashion. Actually, kay Fanny Serrano yung originally. Kaya siya FS. Pero I think it's, I forgot, binago nila yung pangalan eh. Pero it's FS. Ano pa ba? Yun yung mga affordable. Pero another set, mga press powders that I like the one from MAC. It's another staple of makeup artists. So, ayan. So, I just set it. So, when I'm done setting my... Ayan. So, nakaset na siya. Medyo matinu-tinulo ng konti yung aking test. Guys, just keep asking questions at the comment section. We will be answering that. So, when I'm done setting my face, I usually go with my brows na. So, if I have time, I would usually draw pa. I use my pencil or my pomade. But as I mentioned, this is what if nagmamadali ako look na everyday makeup. So when I'm on a rush, ang ginagamit ko lang is actually brow caras. Okay? Okay, kapag brow caras, I like the one, actually surprisingly, I like this one from Tevian. Why did I say surprisingly? Because I heard some reviews about it. Buti na lang I don't listen to reviews lang and then I try it out. I like this one from Tevian. Another one that I like, again, thank you to Miss April, is this one from Mary Kay. Disclaimer on yung mga ganito, yung mga brow caras. Siguro kaya yung ibang tao sinasabi nila ayaw nila ng brow caras kasi nabibigla sila kapag ginagamit nila. So what you guys do is when you use your brow caras, you have to remove all the product first. Not literal na tatanggalin mo lahat ng products ha. Babawasan mo lang muna siya. Kasi kapag galing siya sa tube, diniretso mo siya dun sa brows mo, minsan nagbubuo-buo siya. So that's what I do. I remove all the products first. Okay, this is my everyday look. I don't like sobrang plakadong brows kasi kapag everyday. Besides, ang ano ngayon kasi, uso na ngayon is natural bushy. So this is what I do. I get my brow cara, my fiber volumizing brow cara. So I like this one from Mary Kay kasi nakaka-volumize siya. Another drugstore brand that I like is from L'Oreal. Yung kanilang fiber volumizing brow cara. It's also nice. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. So this is how I do my bushy brows. So I get yung natanggal ko na halos na product. So konting-konti na lang yung laman. And then I brush it dun sa brows ko. Pero huwag niyong itatama dun sa balat. So dun lang tayo sa may bandang hair. Ayan. Kita niyo halos wala na akong hair dito. So diyan ko siya kakapalan ng bonggang-bongga. Ayan. So this is when I'm on a rush. I don't put too much product anymore. I just use this one. Kasi usually brow caras are faster also. So if you notice, medyo mas, nawala yung sparse area ko. I hope that's visible, but nawala yung aking sparse area. Ayan. So I'm gonna show you guys. Ayan, papakita ko lang si April. So kita nyo to, may para akong kalbong part. Ito wala na. So the only product that I use is this one, fiber volumizing brow cara. So you guys can use whatever, the brands that I mentioned are very nice. Ayan. Can you guys see the effect? Ayun o, nawala yung parang kalbong part. Ito may kalbo pa o. Cute. And then I like to brush up the inner part. Just so magkaroon siya ng more volume. There. Can you guys see? So we're going to keep this natural bushy lang. And I'm going to do the same thing at the other side. Di ba mas faster?
Kahit nasa sasakyan, Nix, pwede mag-apply nito.
True, di ba?
Mabilis lang siya i-apply.
Ang nakakatakot kapag ang ginamit nyo pencil sa kotse, pag shaking yung hands, at least ito, yan, hindi ako takot. Ano daw shade yung gamit ko? Ang gamit ko kay Teviant is the Madam shade. Ang gamit ko kay Mary Kay is yung blonde shade. Ang gamit ko kay L'Oreal, light brown, medium brown. So you guys have to try kung ano man yung effect ng brow product sa inyo. Kasi ito, kahit blonde siya, ang naging effect lang sa akin, nagmumukha siyang light brown. Kasi may kulay ng konti yung buhok ko ngayon. It doesn't make my brows look blonde. It makes my brows look like brown. Okay? When you're choosing your brow colors, ideally you go half shade lighter or the same shade as your hair. Why? If dark kasi yung brows nyo, yung brow color, let's say gumamit kayo nung mascara talaga, I don't have anything against mascaras. Kaya lang usually, mascaras have black color. Kapag gumamit ka kasi ng black dun sa brows mo, nakakatapang siya ng dating. If that is your peg, that's okay. I'm just giving disclaimers that black products for the brows gives you like medyo matapang na dating. Parang yun. Ma'am, paano po magpakulay ng kilay? As a makeup artist, ito yung gamit namin, yung mga brow tints or yung mga brow caras ang kung tawagin namin. Pero salon-wise, there are some salons na kapag nagpa-color ka ng hair, pumapayag sila na isabay yung brows mo. So, you can ask yung mga salon, sa mga salon na talaga. But as a makeup artist, this is what we do. We put on brow caras or brow tints para magbago yung color.
Para marami kang option. Pa-change color. Depende sa mood.
Just finishing this up kasi baka mamaya hindi ako mukhang normal. Sarap. Guys, feel free to ask questions at the comment section. I'll be answering them. Miss April, kamusta ka naman ngayong quarantine? Kamusta ang business?
Ayun, di ba, Nix, before, palagi tayong nagpa-partner sa mga workshop mo or umiikot din ako Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So, akala ko ngayong quarantine, na medyo maglaylo ako dahil nga nasa bahay lang. Pero alam nyo ba, surprisingly, mas naging busy. Kasi lahat wants to go into digital, and yung mga babae mas nabigyan nila yung time, yung self nila for self-care, di ba? So ngayon, more on na talaga, online, ganito, online class, on skincare. So mas naging busy siya, but God, hindi na kailangan mag-travel, nasa bahay lang, safe, di ba? So mas madaming nagagawa in one day. Yun. Tapos, I remember siguro, Nix, before, yung mga tao busy sila sa work nila, kaya hindi nila magawa yung mga self-care. So ngayon, nagagawa nila kasi online na lang. So yun, mas naging bongga ang business namin ngayong panahon ng pandemic. Blessing in disguise. Yun. Pero praying still na matapos na to. Ayan, diba?
Hindi ko na ito matapos. Ang dami na walang events. Pero, positive lang. Siguro the positive note to what happened is I was able to give more time to my kids. So, whenever there's something kasi, I always try to look at the positive side. So, siguro in my case, the positive side was I was able to give more time for my family and my kids. I was able to focus on their studies. Ayun. So, ayan. So, when I'm done with my brows, again, this is my everyday natural brows. I use my either Teviant or kay Mary Kay. Siguro, ang difference lang nilang dalawa is, what I like about Teviant is, maganda yung color niya sa akin, plus, nakakaset na rin siya. So, ang ganda kagad nung pagka-feather out niya, tapos magsistay na siya from start to end. Ang main downside niya, medyo pricey siya. Actually, hindi pala medyo. Pricey talaga siya. So, at least medyo mas, for those who are on a tight budget, Miss April, magkano po to? So, usually may discount sa inyo, di ba? Yung
Opo, para lang po siyang drugstore makeup. So, less than 500. Ganun lang.
Ito,
300 plus. Yun.
si Teviant, for those who are asking, this is $9.99. Yun. Again, positive side, pag nakaset na kasi ito, maganda na siya. Ma'am, paano po gagawin yung makapal at mahaba na kilay? Ayan, ayan. Di ba kayo na, dinahandaan ko siya? So, I'll just repeat to you guys. You have to make sure na wala na halos laman yung brush nyo. Tapos, uunti-untiin nyo siya. Kapag wala na laman yung brush, kuha kayo ulit. Tapos pag ramdam mo yung medyo dry na siya, saka mo dadagdagan ulit ng product para unti-unti siya kakapal at hahaba. Pag pinuha mo kasi siya dun sa may tube niya kagad, tapos punong-puno siya like this one, I hope you guys can see. Tapos inilagay mo siya kagad, magka-clump lang siya. Hindi siya mag-elongate. So, minsan, kaya akala ng ibang tao, pangit daw ang brow caras or brow tints kasi binibigla nila. So, ulitin ko, ang tip ko, tanggalin niyo muna yung laman ng brush, tapos unti-untiin niyo lang siyang ilalagay. Mas hahaba yung strands ng brows niyo talaga kapag inunti-unti niyo. Ayan. Hi, guys. Ayan. So, when we're done with our brows, as I mentioned, I'm gonna keep this very natural, very light. So, when I'm done with that, what I usually do is, for my eyes, I don't put on eyeshadows anymore. Although, if I have extra time, kung hindi ako nagmamadali, at least dun sa aking magnetic palette, meron na akong blush, highlight, contour, may eyeshadow na rin. Pwede ako mag-eyeshadow sa kotse. Kaya lang kasi iniiwasan ko yung mga any product na I have to put like a stick near my eyes if I'm on the car. So, kasi when I'm doing my eyeshadow, it will take me a long time. So, matagal ako normally naman talaga tayo mag-eyeshadow, right? So, matagal ako may nakatutok na something dun sa eyes ko. It's not ideal to do that on the car. So, what I do when I'm on the car is, naglalagay lang ako ng konting contour. Hala, bakit ganun, Miss Nix? Bakit contour? Because, as I mentioned, this is a natural look. Although this is a natural look, when I have events that I need to go to na medyo natural yung gusto kong makeup, pero gusto ko camera ready, I would put a bit of contour dun sa aking, sa aking crease. Why? Kapag meron kasi akong konting contour dyan, wait, biniblend ko lang kasi medyo may konting product siya kanina. Okay. So, blend lang natin to. So what I do is I would get my powder first. Dadaanan ko lang ng konti para lang ma-set. So I'm gonna set my eyes first using my powder. And then I'm going to get my blending brush. Tapos, ang gagamitin ko para lang makita nyo is, tanggalin natin ito pala. Gagamitin ko na is my contour. So, I'm not gonna use an eyeshadow. I'm gonna use a contour para lang din makita nyo yung effect. So, this is my natural look. I'm gonna put on my contour dun sa crease lang. Just so may konti akong depth. Ayan. Ito yung wala. Ito yung meron. So, ayan. I put a bit of contour on my socket. Para hindi ako mukhang flat. Ayan. Miss Nix, nakakapag-oily po ba ang mga stick eyeshadow? So, I have a question here from Anne. Miss Nix, oily po ba mga stick eyeshadow? Depends on the formulation, but a lot actually. I have tried one, which was super fail sa akin. I'm not gonna say the brand anymore. It's not my thing to ruin brands, but not all. But there are a lot of stick eyeshadows. Yung mga parang mga moisturizing creamy eyeshadows that are medyo creasy or well, actually hindi naman yung eyeshadow stick yung nakakapag-oil-an. Our eyes kasi, naturally speaking, is quite oily talaga. Kaya nga, if you've watched my other videos, if you've watched my other tutorials, or if you've been one of my students, you guys always know that I would tell you to always start with a good eye primer. I didn't start with an eye primer anymore now because, as I mentioned, this is my like rush makeup look. But when I'm putting on like heavy eyeshadow, na gusto ko talagang from start to end, andyan yung eyeshadow ko, I would usually start with an eye primer. When you put on your eye primers kasi, talagang tatagal yung eyeshadow nyo. Okay? And it reduces the oil. So to answer your question, Anne, it doesn't literally make your eyes look oily. Kaya lang, stick eyeshadows kasi may konting moisture siya. So it makes it feel like kapag nag-start na siya mag-oil, para siya nagbubuo-buo na. Kaya mas prefer ko pa rin yung mga shadow type, yung mga powder types pang eyes. So if you guys can see, hindi man ako mukhang naka-eyeshadow, mukha lang siyang may konting depth. So after that, I would put a hint lang din of that contour just below my lower lash. There. Okay? Guys, again, feel free to ask any questions as I go along the way. So, next up, again, for a natural look, I always go with pag sa eyes ko, just a bit of contour, that's okay na. And then, I cannot go live without a mascara. Kapag wala akong, what do you call this, falsies. So, I usually have, my go-to talaga is my mascara. So, kapag naglalagay ako mascara, one of my favorites would be the one from Maybelline, si Hyper Curl. But I'm gonna try this one, the Lash Love Panorama. So this is the first time I'm gonna use this. So, my God, pwede palang contour sa eyeshadow. In a way, actually yung contours, that's what I sometimes use as my transition shade. So, as I mentioned, the only time I would use this as an eyeshadow alone kapag gusto ko natural look. So, hindi nyo mapalik. Ngayon, kita nyo, hindi naman siya literal na mukha ko may eyeshadow. So, para lang ako may depth. Para hindi lang mukhang flat yung eyes ko. Ayan. I'm gonna use this one. So, let's try to use this. If you guys are going to use your mascaras on clients, make sure to use a disposable mascara wand. Yung contour sa... Okay, I have a question here. What eye primer brand can you recommend? My favorite one is from Urban Decay. Kasi talagang no fail yun. I love that. Another one that I like is from MAC. MAC has their own eye primer. But you can actually also use yung isa pa yung paint pot. Hindi siya eye primer per se, but a lot of makeup artists actually prefer that. It's para siyang parang cream to powder siya. So you don't have to set it anymore. That's why we actually like that as well. Keep on asking lang. So when I put on my mascara, I would usually start from the root. So if you guys can try, ayan, bunso na pala si Miss April, hindi ko napansin, sorry. Dagdag ko kasi. Ayan. So when I put on my mascara, I usually try to go as close to the root as possible. And then, ginaganto ko siya. Ayan. parang winiwiggle ko siya. Tama ba yung term? So, I try to go as close to the lash line as possible and then I try to wiggle it upwards. Oh my gosh, ang ganda. In fairness, Miss April. Isang swipe ko palang halos, oh. Okay, while I'm doing this, I'm reading some comments. Can you use concealer as an eye primer? Okay, it's a very controversial question. Assuming you do not have an eye primer, you don't have a choice, talagang wala kang eye primer sa kit mo, the best alternative is your concealer. But as I mentioned, alternative siya. Meaning, if you have oily lids, hindi pa rin okay si si concealer. Why? Your concealer still has a bit of moisture to it kasi. So, magiging parang base mo lang siya. So, ulitin ko, worst case scenario, you don't have an eye primer, your best alternative or go-to would be your concealer. But for those who are doing this professionally, at gusto nyo na siyang gawing racket talaga, I would suggest go buy a nice eye primer. Hala, yan na yung mga babies ko. Narinig niyo ba? Yan na. Okay? You guys have questions? How do I know po yung perfect... Sige, let's answer that as well while I'm doing this. So, how do you know your perfect eye pattern? Medyo mahaba yung discussion for this, which I teach during our eye masterclass. So, guys, watch until the end because I'm giving away a free makeup class. So, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe because if you haven't liked, followed, and subscribed our Instagram, our YouTube, and our Facebook, you don't get a chance to win any of the prizes. So you can use one of the gift check later dun sa prize for one of our class. But let me answer that very briefly. How do you know the perfect eyebrow pattern on your shape? Siguro, to keep it short, halimbawa, di ba nauso yung Korean brows, yung straight na straight? Guys, hindi one size fits all yan. Kapag gumawa ka kasi ng yung straight na brows, tapos yung face mo kasi medyo bilog. Lalong bibilog yung mukha mo. So ano yung bagay? Kapag yung iyong brow, yung face shape medyo bilogan, maganda sa'yo, medyo may arc. Iangat mo ng konti yung iyong brows. Bakit? Kasi the more you put on an arc, the more na-elongate yung face. If that makes sense. So kabaliktaran naman, if your face is medyo mahaba, if your face is elongated, and you wanna make your face looks more smaller, para ma-tone down, you make your brows straight naman. That will stop your face from elongating. Kaya yung mga Korean brows are actually bagay for people who has long face shape. Mahaba yung discussion dito kasi marami pong face shape. Another point of reference for you guys to know, where do you start, where do you put your arc, and where do you end? Yung ating start is from the tip of the nose to the corner of the eye. So that is where you usually start. Yung ating arc, usually I would draw an arc kapag magamit ako ng pencil or ng pomades. So I would look straight, tip of corner of the nose, tapos yung gitna ng aking pupil, ayan. Yun yung aking arc. Ang aking end, ito yung normal, tip of the nose to the corner of the eye. Ang hirap pala pag video, charot. Ayan. So can you see that? That is sakto dun sa aking corner. Pero may disclaimer ako. However, if you plan on putting on long wing eyeliners, or you plan on putting on falsies that are very long as well, anything that will elongate your eyes, you have to elongate your brows as well. Ayan. Sige. I hope I'm giving enough details for you guys habang ako'y nagme-makeup. Ayan. So, ito yung meron na, ito yung wala pa. In fairness, kumapal. Ayan. Okay. I also put Ikaw, Miss April, anong mga madadagdag mo sa ating brows tsaka sa ating paglalash mascara?
Yung sa mascara, this one is water resistant Nix. Pero yung favorite ko is yung ano talaga, waterproof. Kasi na-try ko siya mag-swimming with it. As in, hindi talaga siya kumalat. So, yon. And then, ito naman, ang kaibahan nito, maganda siya kasi yung dulo niya, patulis. So, yung sa ilalim daw, di ba usually, pag naglagay tayo ng mascara sa ilalim na pupunta sa skin natin dahil maiksi yung mga pilikmata natin sa baba. So, this one is patulis siya. Yung part na to, yun lang yung nagtatouch sa ano natin, pilikmata, like that. Parang F-A-N, fun, ganon. Parang ano lang siya. Fun lang yung effect niya. Ayan. So, tingnan nyo, kumapal yung pilikmata ko sa baba by just doing this. Yan.
Okay. Guys, reminder pala, make sure if you're gonna do this professionally, as much as you can, make sure that your mascaras are waterproof. Your mascara and liquid eyeliners are waterproof. Kasi I experienced before, I went to a wedding gig, na yung isang entourage, inaalala ko, isang entourage, hindi galing sa team ko yung nag-makeup sa kanya. And then, she cried during yung sa ceremony na. So when she cried, hindi waterproof yung ginamit na mascara at saka liquid eyeliner. So can you imagine the horror that happened? Nagkaroon ng waterfall ng itim. So make sure that your mascara and liquid eyeliners are waterproof. Please lang talaga. Kasi lalo na kung sa bride yan, oh my God, I can't imagine. So ayan. So that is my yes, April?
Ayun, pag waterproof lang ni Miss Nix, no, hindi siya basta-basta natatanggal ng water. So make sure na meron tayong makeup remover to remove it. Kasi pag water lang, tendency po, mas nagre-wrinkles tayo, tsaka mas na-irritate yung eyes natin. So, ito yung sinasabi ko po na waterproof na mascara ni Mary Kay. This one is water resistant and this one is waterproof. So, ito yung usually ko talaga ginagamit.
Ayan. So, we have a question here. What about the expiration of the makeup? I think during my unboxing from Albert, I did mention this already, but sige, let's check out the box of Mary Kay. Ayan. I hope I can find it.
Sa likod, sa Pwet Nix.
Okay. So, here they have the expiration, but they also have yung parang bottle na sinasabi ko. So, magkaiba siya, guys. Kapag nakalagay yung expiration, halimbawa ito, expiration 8/22. Ibig sabihin, by year 2022, expired na yung product. Pero, shelf life niya yun. Okay? Ano po yung shelf life? Ibig sabihin, kung hindi pa nabebenta yung product, by 2022, hindi na siya pwede ibenta. Expired na siya. Pero, it doesn't follow na kapag binili ko to, 2022 pa siya mag-expire. Iba ang expiration sa expiration niya kapag inopen mo na siya. So when it's open, a lot of mascaras actually, ang automatic expiration niya is 6 months. Actually, on this one, nakalagay din naman, ewan ko kung kita, 6 months. So yung parang siyang takip na may parang paganon, yan, yun yung expiration niya when open. Mistakes, paano po yung susundin ko? Yung when open or yung shelf life? Ang susundin mo is kung ano yung pinaka earliest. So for example lang, nakalagay dito 8/22 yung shelf life niya. Yung hanggang kailan lang siya pwede ibenta. 8/22, nabili mo siya ng 7/22. So ibig sabihin, in 1 month, expired na siya dun sa expiration ng box. Ang sabi pag 6 months pa when open. Hindi, ang susundin mo, eto. So whichever comes first. So ibig sabihin, by 8/2022, kahit 1 month before mo pa siya na-open, hindi na siya pwede the next month. I hope that makes sense. Ulitin ko kung ano po yung mas earliest. Okay? Did I answer your question? Magkakaiba kasi din yan eh. By the way, another disclaimer that I wanna give, assuming lang halimbawa you have longer shelf life. And then, you're going to use this on clients. Mascaras and liquid eyeliners, if you use it on different people, you cannot follow yung expiration saka yung open when it's open. Ang susundin po natin, when you use this on different people, 3 months lang, tapon na to. Kaya nga, lagi kong pinupush na you guys use disposable ones. Yung mga, pwede mo siyang, pag nilagay mo siya, hindi ka pwede mag-double dip. Para lang yung squid balls. Kapag ginamit mo na yung iyong disposable, ito, maganto. Yan. So this is called a disposable spoolie. Kapag pinasok mo to, tapos tinanggal mo, hindi mo na siya pwedeng ibalik. Para you can make sure na sanitize talaga lahat ng ginagamit mo. So, lalo na ngayon COVID, guys, please do follow proper sanitation protocols. Ayan, guys, just keep on asking questions if you have at may nag-pop out, go lang. So, when I'm done with that, ayan, so that is my eyes na. I told you, I'll keep it simple lang. So, when I'm done with that, let's put on our contour and highlighter. So like I mentioned, andito na lahat. But I'm also going to share with you another product that I like putting on my kit. This one is from, ay ano na pinot ko? This one is from Teviant. I like it kasi medyo maliit lang naman siya. Kaya lang, syempre, in comparison to this one, mas okay to kasi andito na lahat. But sometimes, I like switching products. So, ito yung mga nasa go-to product kits ko rin kasi it's quite small. So, okay din siya. So, meron siyang blush, contour, and highlight. Yan. I hope you guys are enjoying yung mga tips na binibigay ko kahit paano. Charot. Okay. So, this one, let's put on our contour. This is if I am on a hurry. So, let's put on our contour. Guys, mag-contour kayo ng areas na kailangan nyo lang ng contour. Never contour on areas that you don't need. What do I mean by that? So, let's say, for example, the forehead. Kung maliit naman ang forehead nyo, kinontour nyo pa ng bonggang-bongga, ano na lang natira? Diba? So, when I contour, I always start at the hairline. Like so. Kasi malaki ang aking forehead. Medyo paliparan siya.
So, Nix, anong kaiba nung powder, contour, at yung stick? Kasi yung sa'yo, di ba, dyan is powder. Mine is
yung andito, powder. Difference, Miss na April, ng, well, usually, mas long-lasting si cream. Mas long-lasting and medyo mas, ano ba explain? Medyo mas intense. So, kung halimbawa, ang goal mo talagang magkaroon ng makeup transformation. Halimbawa, ang goal mo talagang mapalit yung mukha niya ng bonggang-bongga. Then, you can use your cream contours. Kaya lang kasi, I'm a type of makeup artist that I don't like over-contouring. I would rather put on nice highlights to give emphasis on certain parts. I'm not into over-contouring kasi, syempre, mas gusto ko when I'm doing makeup on somebody, let's say, on a bride, parang pag nakita siya ng groom, alam ng groom na siya pa rin yun. That's why I'm not in favor of over-contouring. But again, that's a client yan. Kung prefer to gano'n lang palit yung mukha na ng bongga-bongga, why not chocolate? So, yun yung malaking difference nila. Your powder contours are easier to manipulate. So, dun sa mga hindi sanay talaga mag-makeup, I would rather push you guys with like powder contours kasi ang gagawin nyo lang, always tap out the excess and then lightly tap it. Kung kulang, saka ka magdagdag. Kasi mas madaling magdagdag kaysa magbawas. So, that's one major difference lang naman. Ano pong malaki noo ko and how to contour kapag pisngi? Okay, sige, sagutin natin to. Ayan, ako po, malaki noo ko. Girl, I can feel you. I can feel you. So, yung forehead ko, ayan. So, guys, always start from the hairline. Tapos, ipababa lang natin siya ng konting-konti. So, iiwan lang tayo ng maliit na space dyan na walang contour. So, from here, blend it downward, roughly around there, and then blend it Down. Like that. Okay? Di ba sabi ko kanina, contour where you need it? Kapag halimbawang napasobra ka, nawa yan. Tapos, maliit kasi yung sides ko. So, if I contour until here, sobrang liliit naman masyado ng mukha ko. Or magmumukha ng mahaba yung mukha ko kasi ginanong ko siya masyado. So, on this side, I don't put too much contour here anymore. More on dito lang sa sides. Okay, pero papadaanan ko pa rin siya dun sa aking hairline. Ayan. Ayan. Ako po malaki ang pisngi. Okay, sige, let's go to our pisngi or our cheekbones. So when I want to make it smaller, paano bang malaki? As in, bilog siya dito or medyo malapad siya dito? If halimbawa malapad siya dito, what you have to do is, padaanan mo siya ng contour here. So kung malapad, papadaanan mo siya ng contour ng konti dyan. Okay? Pero kung gusto mo lang lumubog to, ang contour natin, from the tip of the ear, like that. So always start at the hairline. Okay, and then you lightly go down. Blend down mo lang siya. Ayan. Can you see the difference from here to here? Okay, so blend that. How do you know if your contour is properly blended? When your contour looks like a shadow, nagmukhang parang lumiit lang ng konti yung mukha mo. Parang nagkaroon ka lang ng shadow dito. That's the time that you can say na maganda yung pagka-contour mo. But pag literal may isa kang linyang tipak dyan, girl, blend mo naman ang kaunti, no? Ayan. Ano pong contour tips kapag obvious yung jawline? Okay, I'll give you contour tips kapag... Ayan. So, ito tapos na tayo sa cheekbone tsaka sa lapad ng face. Ano nangyari? Out ba ako? Uy! What's happening?
Nix, tinitest talaga tayo ng panahon.
What's up, people? Can you hear me? Pero you can't see me.
Yes. Yes, tama.
Okay, wait. Tatry.
Naririnig ka pero we can't see.
Sige. Ay, sige, wait. Tatry kong mag-exit.
Ayun. So since ako na lang natira, balikan natin yung tanong about sa expiration. Iba-ibang brands daw, iba-iba yung code. So meron po sa internet yung cosmetic calculator. Pipiliin mo lang yung brand, tapos ilalagay nyo yung code na nandun sa product nyo. So for Mary Kay, for example, this one nakalagay 9V27. So 9 means 2019 siya ginawa. V is the month na mag-expire siya. So
Hi!
yun, cosmetic calculator lang.
I'm sorry.
Ayan, hello. Okay na.
Kala ko nangyari. Okay, so when I'm done with that, let's talk about, ayan na, contour kapag jawline na daw. So there's two, sorry, you were saying something?
No, it's okay. Tapos na.
Okay, so when we're contouring our jaw, there's two ways to contour the jaw. Okay? When you want, as her question, kapag obvious yung jaw at masyadong mapanga, you wanna hide it, our blending or our contour will be going in between. So, dyan sa gitna. Because you wanna hide it. Because what does contour do? It pushes things backward. So, if I put contour here, medyo ilulubog niya to. Okay? But for those naman who doesn't have a jaw and gusto nyo i-pop out yung jaw nyo ng konti, you're going to contour at the bottom. Ayan. So, as I mentioned, this is my everyday look. So, ako naman, gusto ko kasi medyo, lalo na pag sa picture, medyo gusto kong pinapop out to ng konti. Guys, medyo tinadarkan ko ng konti para lang makita nyo ha. Pero, kapag everyday, medyo hindi ganito ka-dark yung contour ko. Medyo mas lighter. Kasi, kaya lang kasi, pag masyado ko siyang nilightan, hindi makikita dahil mailaw yung setup ko ngayon. So, usually speaking, medyo mas lighter to ng konti. But I'm showing you lang. Ayan. See? Blended. Charot. Okay, let's do the other side. Ang hirap pala kapag andito yung monitor ko.
Hi, Ma'am
Ayan.
Christina.
Okay, we have one question here. Her question is, bakit daw nagiging gray yung ibang contour? Okay, so while I'm doing this, I'm gonna explain that. Just like foundations, okay, when you are acidic, anything you put on your face, foundation man yan, contour man yan, it tends to go gray. Minsan orangey, grayish, or nagda-dark lang siya. So if you are acidic, your contour, your foundation usually tends to go darker or grayer. Okay? Mistakes pa paano kapag ganon? I would suggest you go for a lighter shade of contour. Mistakes pa paano yan? Parang pagpupunta ako ng mga shops or mga stores, parang isa lang yung shade ng contour. An alternative, just in case you really want to use a contour pero you can't find a contour shade for you, is you go to your powder foundation products. Okay? Yung mga powder foundation na may konting coverage, alam mo, yung old school days, nung wala pa naman talagang contour products. Wala naman talagang contour before eh. Ang ginagamit lang namin before was mga darker shades of powder foundation. So if I want a contour, pero wala akong contour powders, I would use a powder foundation. So if you can't find like a perfect contour shade for you, lalo kung hawa sobrang puti mo, pero nag-gray sa'yo yung contour, try to go with your powder foundations. Look for like a perfect shade for you. Go mga medyo mas lighter ng konti. Ayan. So, doon tayo sa nose. Ayan, tapos na ako sa aking contour.
Pakita ko yung powder foundation ni Mary Kay na pwede pang contour. Ito yung beige. Kasi yung isa diba is ivory. So, ito din minsan ginagamit namin yung beige na pang contour. Tapos diba, Nix, pwede din yung sa concealer na darker.
Pwede naman. Para magiging cream contour or liquid contour sa lalabas. That's possible. Disclaimer lang ulit, medyo mas mahirap siyang i-manipulate compared to your powder types. But if you prefer something more long-lasting, that's a good alternative as well. But yes. Sige. Let's contour our nose. Guys, kapag nose contour, syempre, I'll go for like a smaller blending brush. Okay. I won't use my regular, although I do have a nose contour brush talaga. So let's blend. When I'm contouring my nose, I hate seeing contours na parang ruler line. Yung parang alam mo dinaanan ng release ng trend. So we're going to use a blending brush. I usually start from where my nose is pinaka-chubby. So my nose starts to get chubby here. Going down. Ayan. And then, lightly, I'm gonna blend that downwards kasi medyo chubby rin to. Pero not too much here, ha? And then I'm going to blend that, connecting it up to my brows. Pero, yung natira na lang. Light na lang dapat. Halos wala na laman yung brush. So I'm gonna lightly blend that hanggang umabot sa taas. And then I'm going to get a clean blending brush, yung walang laman, and then I'm going to just blend that out. Okay? So, ang goal nyo, magmukha talaga siyang shadow. If it doesn't look like a shadow, then it's not a well-blended contour. Nagkakashift ng aking chubby nose. Yeah. So after that, when I'm done with my contour, kaya nag-blush naman ako eh. So, okay na ako doon. But assuming, medyo kinakain kasi ng ilaw ko yung makeup. But when I'm looking at the mirror, actually happy na ako. When I'm looking at the mirror, happy na ako. Kaya lang, because of my light setup, medyo hindi siya kita. So, if that's the case, halimbawa, this is, let's say, may gagawin kayo photo shoot or kayo mismo lang yung magpapicture kayo, that's a time, kaya may ganito ko. So, kailangan ko mag-retouch. Hindi na ako pwede gumamit ng cream. Kasi if I put on my cream, cheek and lip tint, magbubuo-buo siya. So, yung powder na yung gagamitin kong pang-retouch. So, let's put on our powder blush. So, the powder brush that I'm gonna use, okay, one of my favorite powder nabubulol ako, sorry. My favorite powder blush is the one from NARS. It's their NARS Orgasm Blush. This is one of my favorite kasi ito yung go-to ko ever since college pa lang ako. Hala! Bakit ganito yung mga ilaw ko? Pag nalikot ko kasi, sorry na guys. Hi, ito talaga pag live. Maraming technical difficulties. Okay. So, one of my favorite, even way back college times, was NARS Orgasm. That's one of my favorite. Downside lang, in terms of like longevity, definitely ang ganda niya. It gives me like a glowing look. But a good dupe that I found is yung Shy Blush nila Miss April. It's almost the same. As in, pinagtabi ko siya side to side. So, I'm gonna put my blush. I would usually smile. Yung pinaka-apple ko, yung bilog. Hindi ako gagawa ng bilog. So, medyo mag-touch up lang ako dun sa ilalim niya. And then, I'm going to connect it dun sa aking contour. On top of my contour. And then, I'm gonna do that on the same side. Oops. Okay. After that, let's put on our, let's put on our highlighter. Before I put on my highlighter, I like setting it first. So, magsi-setting spray muna ako. Kasi mas maganda yung kapit ng highlighter. That's what I noticed. Okay. Yeah. So, this one of my favorite, before pa, was Scandinavia. Apparently, I was told that yung setting spray ni Mary Kay is also by Scandinavia. But please do correct me if I'm wrong. Nabasa ko lang siya somewhere. So, anyway. Also, Urban...
Yes, tama. Na-partner po sila.
Tama, right? Guys, alam niyo ba, pati si Urban Decay?
Tama.
Pati si Urban Decay is by Scandinavia. Scandinavia is one of... Hindi ko lang kasi makita yung bottle ko. Pero, Scandinavia is one of the original talaga na naglabas ng setting spray at primer sprays. So, Mary Kay is also by Scandinavia. Urban Decay is also by Scandinavia. Kaya maganda yung all-nighter ni Urban Decay. Kasi galing yung kay Scandinavia. How to determine, habang pinapatuyo ko ang aking setting spray, sagot tayo ng mga tanong. How to determine the perfect shade ng foundation and concealer po? I would usually check dun sa aking, okay, when Ate Girl and Watsons will let you buy, yes, Christina, Scandinavia and Mary Kay is the same product. Okay, so Ate Girl and Watsons will get your hand and put your foundation shade in your hand. Sabihin, ay, madami to ang bagay sa'yo. Girl, sabihin mo, halika punta kay Miss Nix, mag-enroll ka muna. Sarap! But kidding aside, the perfect shade is not at your hand because this is not the same. Can you see? My hand and my face is not the same. So what is the perfect shade? The perfect shade is actually right below your jaw. Ayan, right below your jaw. So bakit right below the jaw? Because kapag tinamaan ka kasi ng araw, like ngayon, yung ilaw ko is somewhere above. So mapapansin nyo, may konting shadow dito. So ito, hindi to kagad tinatamaan ng araw. Hindi kagad sa iitim. Okay? So ito yung perfect shade. Moreover, kapag yung neck shade nyo ang finalo nyo, hindi nyo kailangan i-full coverage hanggang liig na sobrang init na. Make sense? Yeah. So dito kayo kuha ng perfect shade. So what you have to do is, you have to swatch more or less 2 to 3 shades. Check which shade would disappear roughly around mga siguro after 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Kaya minsan kung bibili ako ng foundation sa mall, I would roam around the mall first and then go back before I buy the foundation shade. Whichever disappears, yun yung perfect shade nyo. There are people kasi who are acidic. That's why I would suggest you wait for it to oxidize first. Kapag hindi nagbago yung foundation at kung ano yung kulay na na-swatch nyo yung pa rin yun, ibig sabihin, hindi ka acidic. So, you buy the actual shade na lang nung sa sarili. Okay? So, when I'm done, yes, Miss April.
I-add ko sa foundation, yung before kasi na Mary Kay foundation, di ba? It's yung isa matte, yung isa luminous. Pero this time, ginawa na po ni Mary Kay, 3D na. So, dalawang klase na po, yung matte and luminous. Meron na siyang undertone. So, meron for cool and meron for warm undertone. So, mas maganda kasi daw isa alang-alang yon para mas kita mo talaga yung natural lang yung foundation sa face mo. So, yun na yung difference. Parang upgraded na yung foundation namin ngayon. Ayan, meron na kaming for warm and cool undertone. So, Miss Nix, shall I assume na cool ka? Can you please enlighten them about that undertone?
What is undertones? Undertones is, for those who are not aware, it's your actual color. Minsan, pag nakita kayo sa mga foundation, let's say, mabibig tayo ng foundation kay MAC. MAC has a lot of foundation shades. They have, let's say, wag na lang MAC. Siguro kunyari kay L'Oreal, marami silang shades. May beige na light beige, may warm beige, may neutral beige, may cool beige. Pero parang pare-parehas siya na beige mistakes. Pero there's something different. Ano yung difference nila? Usually, people who are Asian by descent, not all, but usually, people who are Asian by descent are warm. I repeat, usually. Kaya pansinin mo, mga Chinese, mga madidilaw sila. They're warm by nature. A lot of Asians. Caucasians by descent usually are cool. Pero mistakes, so paano ko ba malalaman for sure if I'm cool or if I'm warm? You look at your what call this? Yung inyong, look at your veins. If your vein is color blue, you are warm. If your vein is green, you are cool. Hala, mistakes, bakit ganun? May violet, may green, may blue. Alien po ba ako? Kapag you have violet, you have green, you have blue, you are neutral. Meaning, you're neither warm, you're neither cool. Ako po ay actually neutral. But the foundations that I usually use are warm tones because hindi siya magmumukhang weird sa akin. Mukha pa rin akong Pinoy kasi mukha akong Asians. Baby! Yes, baby! Sorry guys, kasi talaga pag live. Baby, wait lang! Sige na! Commercial! Ayan. So, Asians by descent are warm undertone. Yeah, maganda talaga pag I work from home. Okay, going back. So yun. So when you choose your foundation, ideally you ask the who's selling it, if it's for warm undertone, if it's for cool undertone. I repeat, a lot of Filipinos are actually warm undertone. Kaya mapapansin nyo, halimbawa for MAC, mas kilala yung mga NC shades nila. So, pag naririnig mo yung mga makeup artist, yung mga makeup enthusiast, kahit ibang brand, tatanong nila, ay, ang shade ko kay MAC is NC ganyan. Because the NC shade of MAC is their warm undertone. So, maraming Pinoy ang mas warm. Alright? Kaya lang bakit medyo hinahaluan pa rin sa Filipino market? Kasi we are, na-colonize kasi tayo eh. So, marami sa atin yung nahalo na. May halong Kano, may halong Spaniard, may halong Japanese. So, when we are mixed race, talagang mahirap kumuha ng foundation natin. So, alamin nyo kung ano yung bagay sa inyo. Ayan. Okay. So, when I put on my highlight, after I put on my setting spray, mas maganda kasi yung kapit ng highlighter. Hindi ako I'm not a fan of fan brushes. I prefer using yung mga blending brushes like this one. So, I put the highlighter. Okay. Guys, avoid putting highlighters until your cheeks, because it will make you look oily. So I repeat, avoid putting highlighters until your cheeks. So hanggang saan ang highlighter? Corner of the eye going down. So hanggang dyan lang. Ayan. So ito yung corner, hanggang dyan lang po ang highlighter. So we're going to come here. That's where I put my highlighter. Oy, in fairness. And then yung natira dun sa aking brush, I like to connect a bit dun sa aking brow bone. Then I do that at the other side as well. And then a bit at my Cupid's bow. Okay, almost done, guys. Konti na lang. Malapit na tayo magpag-giveaway. Alam ko naman yun ang hinihintay niyo. Sarap. Okay? And then, sa aking nose, guys, ang dami kasing, lagi ko nakita nagkakamali sa nose highlight. So, when I'm putting on highlight for the nose, I like using smaller brushes, like this pencil brush. Don't use fan brushes, don't use yung mga big blending brushes, because if you put too much highlight, lalapad yung ilong nyo. Because, ano bang purpose ni highlight? It makes things, it pushes things forward. It also makes things bigger. So, kung kakapalan mo yung highlighter mo dito, kakapal din yung ilong mo. I hope that makes sense. So, ideally, when we put on our highlighter, okay, dapat maliit lang. Para mas magmukhang manipis yung ilong mo. Yung part lang na may konting highlight, yun lang yung aangat. So, I'm gonna put that here and here. Ayan. So, hindi ako isang tipak lang na ganun. So, I concentrated at the tip, also here. So, ayan. And then, kasi nga, I can't put a lot of things dun sa aking kit. I want to make it as less as possible if this is my everyday makeup kit or everyday makeup look for my bag. Ito na lang din yung lipstick ko. So, this is a lip and cheek tint. I put a bit dun sa aking moisturized lip. Ayan. So, we're actually done with the entire full face. This is my everyday look. You guys have any questions? After this, we're going to give away our prizes na. Ayan. Any other question, loves? Ayan o. Magkakulay lang yung lips ko. Actually, happy na ako. Ayokong pag everyday, may gamitin lang ako. Something presentable lang. I'm happy na. Okay, any other question before we go on to our giveaway? Ayan. Andan pa ba kayo? Ready na ba kayo sa pag-giveaway? Ang aking pag-giveaway are my 3 favorite products that I used earlier, which is my favorite cheek and lip tint, my favorite mascara, and yung aking brow product. Because those are the things that gives me color, gives me buhay kahit paano, na kapag yun wala, mukha akong patay lang. So that's what I prefer. Ayan.
Miss Nix, for my lips ko, i-share ko yung bago kong favorite yung Magic Lip Balm ni Mary Kay. So, magic siya kasi at first apply, wala pang color. Pero after mga 2 to 3 minutes, meron na. So, ang kagandahan nito, ito yung CSR product ni Mary Kay this year. Parang community, anong tawag doon? Parang to give back to the community. So, every time may mag-order nito, 25 pesos goes to the charity. So, parang gano'n. So, ito yung apply ko pag on the go kasi para hindi masyadong may color yung lips pero parang defined pa din.
May nagtanong kayo na, Miss Nix, sa lips niya po ba nilagay yung highlighter? No, actually, just dun sa may Cupid's bow lang. Ayun, kita mo ba? May parang nag-shine lang, just above. Although, if I wanna make my lips a tad bit more plumpier, I put a hint lang dun sa inner part. Yan. We're gonna do our giveaway na. Any other questions before? Can I see? Can I get some hearts and stars if you guys are ready na for our giveaway? I repeat, before we start the giveaway, make sure that you guys have liked, followed, and subscribed to all our social media platforms. You have shared this podcast, so please do click the share podcast right now, because if you haven't shared this, if you haven't followed, liked, and subscribed to all our social media platforms, you cannot win the prizes. Waiting ko mapamigay ako ng my favorite lip and cheek tint, the mascara, and the brow tint. Also, I'm going to give away makeup classes. So, ayan. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media platforms. It's linked down below. It's also on the ticker box. Ready na ba kayo? Ayan, ready na sila. Okay. So, this is how it's going to be. So for those who are new to the channel at hindi pa na-experience ang aming pag-giveaway, I'm going to ask some questions related to what we did earlier para malaman ko kung talagang nanood kayo. Okay? Okay. First question. Actually, even if you didn't watch, if you are one of my students, you would know this. Okay? Complete the sentence. I just need one word. Complete the sentence. Mas madaling magdagdag kesa mag-blank. Mas madaling magdagdag kesa mag-blank. Halimbawa, ako ay nag-contour. Mas madaling magdagdag kesa mag-blank. First to answer. Ayan. So the price for this one is it's the lip and cheek tint. The first one that was able to send in their answer is, okay, to double check ko lang. Ang unang pumasok, okay. Guys, disclaimer, minsan sa view nyo, akala nyo kayo yung nauna. As a view ko kasi, ito talaga yung on the dot na pumasok in according to StreamYard. Okay? So yung una talagang pumasok ay StreamYard. So in your views, I'm just giving a disclaimer kasi this is just clean fun. So sana walang nag-aaway na hindi ako yung nauna. Okay? So this is clean fun. Meron pa naman tayong mga prizes later. So ang unang pumasok sa akin via StreamYard is from Ann Yabut. I repeat, the first one that was able to send me their answer is Ann Yabut. Ann, please do take a screenshot. Ayan. Please do take a screenshot. Lumabas yung pangalan mo because you will get a cream and chic tint. Guys, I don't know if this is true. Mas on time daw at mas in sync si YouTube. Mas madali, mas on sync daw sa YouTube. So I'll give you guys I'll give you guys a minute. If you guys wanna move to our YouTube channel, mas on time daw sa YouTube. Uulitin ko, hindi po ako yung namimili. Sinusundan ko lang po yung pumasok sa aming timeline feed via StreamYard. So yung unang pumasok ay StreamYard kasi, yun yung talaga on the top. Yeah. I'm just trying to be fair as much as I can. Okay? So, if you guys want to head over to our YouTube channel, go do so kasi mas on time daw po si YouTube. Uulitin ko, hindi po ako yung namimili. Nagkataon, mas on time daw si YouTube. So at least, ayan, nagbigay na ako ng disclaimer. It's your option to stay on Facebook or head over to YouTube. Alright? Next question. This is for the Lash Love Panorama. The Lash Love Panorama. Siyempre, ang bibigay ko sa inyo brand new, huwag kayo mag-alala. So a brand new mascara. Okay? The question is, are you guys ready? I think I gave enough time just in case you guys want to head over to YouTube. Okay? Ano pwede ko itanong? Hindi ako napaisip. What comes first? I think, what comes first? Cream blushes or setting powder? I just need one answer. The cream blushes or the setting powder? Which comes first? The cream blushes or the setting powder? Which comes first? Okay, first that came in from my view is from Chriselle Joy Hilao, cream blush. So nauuna po dapat ang cream blush. O at least may isang pumasok from Facebook. Crystal, please do take a photo of this. Screenshot mo na lang. Lumabas yung pangalan mo and the product. Pa-shout out naman po. Sure! Hi, MJ! Okay. We have more prizes. Huwag kayong mag-alala. I still have my favorite fiber volumizing brow cara. Again, I'll give you guys my fiber volumizing brow cara. Ulitin ko, hindi po ako pumipili, nagkakataon lang kung sino yung unang pumasok at mabilis ang internet. Siguro yun. Pa-shoutout naman po. Hi, Ruby! Guys, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media platforms kasi otherwise magdi-disqualify po yung mananalo. Alright? So if you guys have to now hindi after nyo manalo. Okay? So, next is for this fiber volumizing brow cara. Let's talk about, okay, my next question. Sige, before I do that, sige pa, shout out naman po. Hi! Baka may magkamali ako ng pronunciation. Francilita? Tama ba? Hi! Uy, I have someone watching from Bohol. Hi! Welcome to our family. For those who are new to our channel, guys, I do this every live. All our lives, I do have giveaways because I want to share what we are getting from our sponsors. Kanumang brands yan, iba-iba. We also have our sponsors basket full of other makeups for the other. Ayan, Nix, dito na lang ako mag-join. Nasira na ni Miss April. Okay lang, Miss April. Go lang. Okay. We have one more question. Actually, si Miss April, sana yung pagtatanungin ko. Kaso, ayan, sige, ako na lang. A shout out daw from, hi! From Cagayan de Oro. Okay, ano ba? Ano bang pwede ko tanungin? What do I do first? Okay, nakasama sa aking skincare, not the cleanse tone moisturizer. What do I do with my lips? I do that before I do any makeup. Ayun yung question. What do I do with my lips? At least one word, happy na ako doon. I blank it. I have to, no, because there are dry skin in my lips. I hate seeing dry lips, so I usually would, I see answers na. I just need one word actually. So I have one answer already from, guys, so kayo mag-alala, meron pa tayong prizes. I'm giving out makeup classes. So, ayan. So, ang unang nakapag-send ng sagot sa akin is si, double check ko lang para fair. Okay. So, I have one. The first one that was able to send in their answer is Jana Antoinette Jepolio. Tama po ba ang aking pagkaka-pronounce? Pasensya na kung nagkakamali ako, guys. Yan. Jana Antoinette Jepolio. So, please do take a photo of this. Congrats! Okay. So, the next giveaway that I'm going to give is makeup class worth 2,000 pesos. I repeat, makeup class worth 2,000 pesos. Yan, ready na ba kayo doon? Yan. So next is for a makeup class worth 2,000 pesos. Ready na? Sinong gusto ng makeup class? Baka umalis na kayo lahat. Gusto nyo lang yung makeup. Joke lang. Okay, ano bang pwede kong tanongin? I'm not prepared, sorry. Okay, what is my three makeup must-haves? Obvious naman yun, guys. Yung pinamigay ko kanina. What are my 3 favorite makeup must-haves? Kahit hindi naman brand, kahit hindi, kahit yung tawag lang sa kanila. Halimbawa, eyeshadow. Okay, yung tawag lang dun sa ano yung 3 makeup must-haves ko. What are my 3 makeup must-haves? What are my 3 makeup must-haves? Okay, I'm checking kung may tama na. Again, what are my 3 makeup must-haves? It's not the brand, I need the product. For example, eyeshadow, eyeliner, ano yung 3 makeup for my everyday. My go-to 3 makeup must-haves para mukha naman akong tao. Mukha naman akong may kulay. So, ang unang pumasok sa akin from StreamYard is, kada double check ko lang. Yung iba, isa lang yung sagot, sayang. I need 3. Okay. Okay, I have one already. So, unang pumasok sa akin is si Christina. Mascara, brow cara, and lip tint. Brow caras have different names. Some call it brow tints. Some call it brow gels. But it's the same thing. But that's the correct answer. My must-haves na I always have to make sure that it's in my kit para mukha naman akong tao. Lalabas kapag may meeting o kung ano mang ganap is I have to have a mascara, a brow cara, and my cheek or lip tint. Okay? Okay. So, ayan. I think that we'll be giving out 2,000 worth of makeup classes. Okay? Again, we'll be giving out 2,000 worth of makeup classes. Yung una is yung ngayon, which is Christina has won. The other one, si Miss April po yung bahala. You guys can head over to Miss April's, you can message Miss April, you can join her group. Her group is linked down at the description box. So guys, feel free to add Miss April or join her group down below. Her group is linked down at the comments, the description box, rather. So the other 2,000 worth of class is up to her. I'm giving her the decision kung paano niya pipiliin yun. I think she'll give the details about that soon. So you can head over to her group, join her. Salamat po talaga for joining me. Thank you for our regular viewers. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And I'll see you in more of our videos. I might rest for a while, for 2 weeks or so, kasi i-upload namin yung mga videos for Miss Universe Philippines. So please wait for those. Do check them out. We have a lot of collabs with Miss Universe Philippines. Also, please do catch me at the Ring Light series. I will be judging for Miss Universe Philippines Makeup Challenge. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Miss Universe Ring Light series, you can head over to Empire PH website. Ayan. Again, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you all soon. Please do like, follow, and subscribe, and check out all our other videos. Bye-bye. Love you all.